Hello, everyone. Hope that you are in peace and in the bliss of absolute happiness. Welcome to another episode, and the title that we have given to this episode is Consciousness is Absolute Happiness. Interesting title, you see. Consciousness is absolute happiness. So, I would like to draw your attention, you see, to something which is very simple and which is actually ever present and which we just seem to ignore and take it for granted. You see, it is this simple consciousness. Now, look at this. Let us start with this example. As you are watching this video, as you listen to this video and view it, you are conscious that you are watching the video, isn't it? You can't deny this, that you are not conscious as you are watching this video. Similarly, whatever you do, wherever you do, however you do, you see, it's an undeniable fact that you're conscious of everything that is actually undertaken. You see, say you're going for a walk, you're conscious you're going for a walk. Say you're going to work, you're conscious that you're actually going to work. You are conscious of your thoughts all the time in the awake state. You are conscious of your feelings, you see, during the awake state. When you're driving a car, you're conscious that you are actually driving. When you're talking to someone or you're listening to someone, you're again conscious that you're talking. You're again conscious that you're listening. Say you're planning for a holiday. Again you're conscious that you're actually planning for a holiday. Again, when you go on the holiday, you're conscious of that. So no matter what function actually you are performing, you cannot actually take away the fact that you have to be conscious of whatever actually you are doing. And look at one thing. You see, this simple consciousness in itself remains unchanged. If you look at this very carefully, experiment with it, you see about what I am saying, the presence of consciousness. You see, this itself is actually the grace of God. This itself is the changeless reality. This itself is the very goal of your spiritual journey. And this is the one thing which we just merrily ignore and don't pay any attention. But you see, just simply this discussion, just thinking about it, just feeling about it, actually brings our attention to the presence of consciousness. And look at the attributes or the characteristics of consciousness. It is silent. It is silent because it is not saying that I am here and I am doing whatever has to be done. You see, it is changelessly present. Changelessly it is present, right? And it carries on with its function without being affected by anything that we are actually undertaking. You see, as a matter of fact, you see, this view which is appearing in front of you, you appearing in the view, and all these images, these activities which actually appear in the view is only because of the changeless reality, the God, you see, the grace which is actually ever flowing. That actually what you are seeking in your spiritual journey. And anyway, everyone is seeking happiness in whatever one is trying to do. You see, This is this simple consciousness. It is always peaceful, it is always happy, it is always changeless in its function, it is silent, and it is ever present. So look at it very carefully. Just your attention drawn to this by this simple exercise just gives you peace. And what greater security does one want? You see, it is never ever going to disappear as long as you live in space and time, as long as you live in a form, whether it is physical, angelic, or any other higher subtle plane. Consciousness will be present, because without the presence of consciousness, we cannot actually function. So you see how drawing our attention and experimenting with this simple exercise, we suddenly find peace. And you see, consciousness ever remains changeless. As I've said, it is peaceful, it is silent, it is ever, 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 always present. So you see, consciousness itself is the absolute peace, the ultimate reality, and the title which we had given, consciousness itself is absolute happiness. So I hope that just this simple discussion brings you peace and happiness. Just bring your attention to it and you will be in peace, because consciousness is absolute happiness. Once again, thank you very much for having given your precious time to listen to this short video. I hope that it has brought a smile on your face, and it has brought some peace to you, and it has helped you to really understand how to really find true, absolute, changeless happiness, and how to find unconditional love. Thank you. Bye bye. Namaskar.